Welcome my student in digital learning class of mathematics. As you all know, we have completed chapter number 6, that is lines and angles. So today we'll move toward recapitulation part. In recapitulation, we'll discuss about the key points. What are the key points to understand the chapter? So let's move toward the key points of chapter number 6. Even the name of chapter is clear, lines and angles. So first we must know about line and angle. So let's start with the first point. Definition is point. We often represent a point by a find out. So for your understanding, I am drawing a point. This is a point. See it. It is represented by a fine dot and it is dimensionless generally. We are considering it dimensionless. Next we have here line. So generally we are considering a line which we can extend both sides infinitely. For example, if I am drawing a line over this space in this way, so if I am interested to draw a line, so as you can see this example, so these two arrows, this one and this one arrow, these two arrows are representing that this can be extended throughout till infinite. There is no fixed point I can say to stop it. We can extend this corner to infinitely as well as this corner to infinite position. And when we are taking any fixed length of this line, so that is called line segment. You can see a portion of a line with two endpoints is called a line segment. So line segment is a fixed length. We can measure it. Then we have a next thing, that is a ray. A ray is a part of line with one endpoint is called ray. Like sun, you can take an example. Sun is fixed at one point, its rays are going infinitely. So in this way sun is here and rays are coming down. So ray means one side is fixed and one side you can extend till infinite. Next is your collinear point. So collinear and non-collinear point you have studied even in class 8 also. Collinear means all those points which can come on the same line. If any points that are not on the same line, like these points, so if I am drawing any lines, they are not in a single line. If the points are coming on the same line, all points, so they are collinear. And second case, if the points are zigzag and we are not able to draw them in a single line, so that is non-collinear. So I hope it is clear to you. So next we have these definition. Already you have studied this definition from class 6 onward, but for your convenience I am recapitulating this again. So types of angles, always keep in mind the angle whenever we are talking about. So angle is made up of two rays. When two rays are joining from a single point, that called point is vertex. So this is an angle. So now we are talking about acute angle as well as right angle and obtuse angle. So let's see here, I am talking about acute angle. Acute angle measure is 0 to 90. If measurement is 0 to 90, then acute. If it's exactly 90, not more than, not less than. Accurate 90 means right angle. Then 90 to 180 degree angle is obtuse, and exactly 180, that means a straight line. Like this, a straight line. Two rays are joining one another with and making a straight line. So in such cases, this kind of angle is straight angle. Then reflex angle. This is very important, my student, reflex angle. So when we are talking about this angle, so it is acute in general from this side. But when I am talking about the same angle from outer side, so it is reflex because it is more than 180 and less than 360. And when we are talking about a complete angle, so complete angle means 360 degree. Next is complementary angle. Complementary angles are angles, if we are adding them, so we are getting answer equals to 90. Those such angles are called complementary angle. So I have now types of angle is clear to you. Some other left. Next is supplementary angle. When two angle we are adding them and answer is 180, so that is supplementary angle. Then we have adjacent angle. In adjacent angle, one common arm is required. Like how? So let me draw an angle. This is a big angle and in between one more I have drawn. this is angle number 1, this is angle number 2. So you can see this line in between, it is the part of both angle. You can see this angle as well as this angle. So this I wanted to clear you. Adjacent means common R. Then this is the most important definition in the chapter, that is linear pair. So linear pair, what do you mean by linear pair? When any angle, consider any straight line is there and one line is drawn to it, then the angle made over a straight line, these are called linear pair because their sum is 180. This definition we have used in a whole chapter, so you need to learn it properly because this is important definition. Next we have vertically opposite angle. So vertically opposite angle means, for understanding it, you can write a English alphabet X. So now those are opposite side, these two are opposite, so definitely they are equal, as well as these two are opposite, so they are also going to be equal. So this is a definition of vertically opposite angles. In vertically opposite angles, you can see the opposite angles formed by the two lines intersecting each other are equal. Okay, so this is important, that is a vertically opposite angle. 9th and 10th definition we use a lot in the chapter. After that we have transversal. First you must know the meaning of transversal. Transversal means if this is the first line and second line is also parallel to it, and then third line is intersecting both line, so this third line is known as transversal line. We call this a transversal, or in simple language if we want to clear it, so we can say a line which is intersecting two or more than two parallel line is called transversal line. Next we have, in this category, whenever we are drawing these two lines, so here we are getting different types of angle, like 4 angle here, 4 here. So we can categorize them into different categories like corresponding angles, alternate interior angle, alternate exterior angles, and interior angle on the same side of the transversal line. So these are 4 properties which are used, which we have used in this chapter. So let's see first, what do you mean by first one is alternate interior. Interior means 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 angle, and alternate means these two and these two. Similarly, these 4 are exterior and this one is alternate exterior to one another. You can write a symbol of X, so you can check the corners, those are alternate interior. Then in this category we have a transversal line intersecting two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal, as well as alternate interiors are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. So each pair of interior angle on the same side of a transversal line is supplementary. This line is very important. To understand it, we can draw again in this way. So if we are adding these two angles, these are on same side, and by adding these two they are supplementary. It stands for the meaning, if we are adding these two angles, so it must be equals to 180. You can see the last point, it is written here, each interior angle on the same side, these are interior on the same side, they are on a transversal is supplementary. This supplementary angle are the angles if we are adding them, so answer is equals to 180 degree. So this is important point that you need to keep in mind. The next definition which we are using, that is transversal intersection of two lines. So in this case we have one pair of corresponding angle, alternate interior angle and alternate exterior angle. In the last, we have studied about one property in last chapter, that is sum of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So this is angle sum property of a triangle, and if a side of a triangle is produced, so the exterior angle is formed is equals to the sum of two interior angles. So let's see this. First thing I want to tell you this thing, if triangle is given to you, so these three angle if you are adding, so it must be equals to 180 degree. Second, if we are extending this line and angle I will set 4, so 4 must be equals to like 1, 2, 3 and 4. So angle 4 must be equals to sum of two opposite interior angle. So opposite side is 1 and 2. So that means it must be equals to 1 and 2. This is the last point. If a side of a triangle is produced, then the angle formed exterior one, this angle 4 must be equal to the sum of two interior angle. They are in opposite side. This is opposite. So in this way you can understand this chapter. These are important part. So I hope now this part is clear to everyone how to recapitulate a unit. So thank